Hello, and welcome to Flames Food and Fun, where today we're going to be making an artisanal pizza that I'm calling Prosciutto e Rucola. Now, this pizza is going to be made on a keto crust, and so one of the most important things is that you have your oven set at 550 degrees, and then you have a pizza stone for this. So right now, we're going to make a very simple no-cook sauce. Now, this is an excellent pizza sauce, but you can also use it for other Italian dishes if you'd like. So the first thing that I'm going to put in is San Marzano tomatoes. These are the best tomatoes you can buy in the world. And you usually, if you can find them, you want to get them crushed. Since I was unable to find them crushed, I use an immersion blender and to get them up with the same consistency. So we start with the San Marzano tomatoes. We add 1.5 teaspoons of oregano, 1 teaspoon of basil, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, and 2 garlic cloves. I like to use fresh garlic in most of my recipes. Okay. The last thing we do is we're going to put in an olive oil. Now, it's important to put a really good olive oil in here. And this olive oil here from Rodoro, we were actually, when we owned a cooking school and catering business, we were actually the first ones to import Rodoro into the U.S. This is an excellent olive oil. It's great for bread, put on pasta, things like that. So it adds a great flavor. And that's what you want for this sauce. You really want an olive oil that's going to impart an excellent flavor. This one is it's got a little bit of a spice to it. Now, all we need to do is stir this up, and we're going to cut it off to the side. You can make this actually, up to 3 days beforehand. You can take it and freeze it. What I like to do is I freeze it and I put it in other dishes and that, because we only use a little bit now. But you see that the flavor is so good on this. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. So use about a 1/2 teaspoon, but this is really to your taste. Okay, so that's what's really important. And we're going to put a little bit of pepper in here. Okay, so stir this up. Again, we're going to let this sit for a while, and then we'll come back and we'll use this when we actually make the pizza. So now we're going to make the keto crust. Now, the keto crust is going to be similar to the flour crust on a tavern pizza. It's not going to have exactly the same texture, but we try to make it as close as possible. So we've added 198 grams of almond flour and 15 grams of coconut flour. And now we're going to put in a 1/2 teaspoon of xanthan gum. That's going to give it more of the texture of an actual flour dough. We got a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. We've got just a pinch of garlic, a pinch of onion salt, just onion powder, not salt. And then we're going to add some salt, just to taste, not much, just kind of a pinch here. A tablespoon of olive oil. Again, we're going to use Rodoro olive oil. This is an excellent olive oil, great flavor, and it really imparts a good flavor into this dough. Mix this up a little bit. Mix all the kind of the dry ingredients, a little bit of the oil. So we'll start there. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add the eggs. So we're going to add 2 eggs. These are pasture-raised eggs. I'm going to add those. And what you're going to see is this is going to really make the consistency nice. It's going to be kind of like a cookie dough consistency. It's going to be not very much like flour dough. But you can see it's already starting to come together, and that's what you really want, is to come together in a ball. Now this is going to be a little bit on the sticky side. This is very much like I said, a cookie dough. It's going to have that kind of feeling. So we're going to spray this with some oil because it's going to get really sticky here. So we're using the parchment paper, and then we're going to spray it with oil. And we're going to roll this thing out. And I couldn't find a recipe. Actually, I looked online. And so I experimented with this. I took some techniques for making doughs for keto doughs. And I came up with this recipe here. Okay? So this right here makes about 2 14-inch pizzas. Okay? So you're going to pull it together. Cut it in half here. Doesn't have to be exact. I'm going to put this one off to the side a little bit. And we'll use that for actually making a different type of pizza completely. So we're going to start by pushing this out with our hands. The edges start to kind of break up a little bit, split. You want to kind of push that in with your fingers. That's going to get a really nice start on this. So we push it out. Now we're going to actually use a rolling pin here in a second. So very different, than what you would see with an actual flour pizza dough. You try to get this on there as straight as we can, because we're going to go to the edges. This is a 15-inch. It's going to bring it towards the edges somewhat. So I'm going to pull it to begin with, just to get it started. Spinning the dough as we go along here. I'm using a 14-inch Chicago pan pizza. We're just going to kind of cut around, try to get that nice round appearance. Now this is going to stick just a tad, so we stick the knife underneath it, kind of pull it up a little bit. All right, and that's going to give us real nice round pizza dough. The trick here is that we're going to put it in the oven, but we're only going to put it in the oven for a minute and a half tops. And the reason for that is it actually cooks very fast. And we're just trying to get it a little bit crisped up so that we can put all the toppings on it. So we want to watch this very carefully. And again, this is a 15-inch pizza stone, so we get that to sit on there real nice. We've got that at about 500 degrees. Okay, so it's been about a minute, but by looking at this, you can see that it's actually bubbly and getting crisped up. So what we want to do is take it out. See, it's just getting a little brown around the edges. We want to take that out, and we need to cool that for, let's say, about 7, 8, 10 minutes, just so it's cool to the touch. So as you can see, our keto crust has cooled down. We cooked it for about 2 minutes there. And so we're going to put on the sauce as well as some fresh mozzarella cheese. And then we're going to put in this Prosciutto di Parma. Now, this particular brand is from 1954, but prosciutto dates back over 2,000 years. And it's been around actually since before the Colosseum. So we're going to put about 2 spoonfuls on here. I like to take it to the edge on the keto crust, and again made with the Italian tomatoes. So we're going to put on the fresh mozzarella. Now it tastes much different than other cheese, other mozzarella cheese, that you get from the grocery store. So now we're going to put on the prosciutto. And the idea here is to try to get it crispy. Now, this was cut in the United States, but it is from Parma. And what we're going to do is going to put it on fairly liberally on the pizza. That's what you would get when you were in Italy. One of the things we did when my daughter graduated from high school is we actually went to Italy, and we took her to, in Parma, to a processing plant for prosciutto, made the same way as they did 2,000 years ago. And it was absolutely fascinating to look at this. It's something that you really should have on your bucket list. Just be aware, my daughter was a teenager, just graduated from high school, and all of the pork legs that were curing, they're salt cured to make prosciutto. I kind of freaked her out a little bit, but still, it was a great time. Here we go. We're going to put this in the oven. Now, this could take anywhere from who knows? It could take anywhere from 10 to 11 minutes. So we're going to just keep our eye on it. It should be just about done. We're at about 10, 11 minutes. Pizza's looking pretty done to me. So I'm going to take it out. The prosciutto crisped up really nicely. And we're going to let that cool. Before we cook. So we're going to give that about 10 minutes to cool off. As you can see, our prosciutto e Rucola pizza is just about done. It's cooled off, but we have to add one more ingredient to make it very authentic, and that is baby arugula. We've got some organic baby arugula here. We're going to add that just kind of at the top, sprinkle it around. What you're seeing on the sides, that's just caramelized cheese. You can cut that off if you want. My friend, they love to eat it. So we're going to cut this in a traditional pie shape. So I'm just going to cut one off so I can give it a try here real quick. So here we go. So you can see, nice crisp crust. Doesn't bend like a New York pizza. That is so good. It brings me back to when I was in Italy traveling with my family. I want to thank you for joining us today for our prosciutto e Rucola pizza. If you like this episode and you'd like to learn how to cook more healthy restaurant quality dishes at home, then please hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button. And if there's something that you'd like to see us cook, or you just enjoy cuisines from different parts of the world, then leave us a comment and let us know what you'd like to see next. Thank you, and bon appetit.